back at it again with another solo to master video. This time we finally reached gold. This was a few games after the video you guys probably saw on the channel previously. And moving on, I'm dropping a little bit hotter today, so I'm feeling a little bit more confident, and I'm going straight to Fragment East, not West, because yes, if you want to have real fun, you want to go to Fragment East, but West, but there's just no loot, or rather there's so many people and like a very annoying scarcity of loot, and it's too much work. It's too much work. So I'm dropping in here, taking a 1v1. I can tell none of these guys have guns. I'm just going straight in, and it is rough because they don't want to have the smoke. I'm just chasing, a little bit of a wall hop here. Not the best damage, not the best beam. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. It'll get better later in the video, trust me. This video itself is going to be kind of cool as well. You guys will see we're using momentum, or we're using like very good positioning and whatever to get a lot of results and a lot of high tier decision making that I will highlight because, spoiler alert, we're gonna lose a member at one point here. There's some high action at the start, and then we're one man down, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of the game. So super excited to show you guys how we maneuver that situation. Not the best wall up here, but I'm moving in here. Switching on, keeping a PK again. As you guys know, I prefer the PK over the massive. I think it's more consistent. You can shoot over longer ranges and get like that poke damage you want. A little bit of a head glitch here. Not trying perfectly timed as well. Not trying to get that much damage here. I'm still putting good damage, good recoil control with nothing. But look at my ammo there. 10 shots in R3, and yeah, basically just all in PK. But we're going into streamer building here. Climbing up on the side. I see that Watson taking the caustic trap. So I'm just climbing all the way to roof. And yeah, you can climb just like this. I love doing that. Then I jump to the door because there's always someone playing inside this room. This time it appeared there wasn't, so I was wrong. But either way, we have a high gun here. We know there was a team here somewhere, so we should run into them soon, right? I spot this guy playing the bridge, and it's starting to become apparent that there's probably more than one team. There's an example of the PK snipes that you definitely can't do with a massive. I have to swap to a flatline because I don't have loot. So then, moving on, there's suddenly a Valkyrie here. I go in to take one on, even though with the first shot I do get the fat 99 and the follow-up. The finisher, mistiming it here, but if you can get the frame timing correctly there, you can get him before the iframe runs out, and actually, or rather after the iframe runs out, and get an easy kill. Either way, peeking here with the card and the hot swap too, because it's way better than the flatline. There's a trap here that stops me in my tracks. There he is. And I just go for the caustic because of that instead. Good damage. Sudden lifeline out of nowhere. She's cracked. I'm just trying to get the damage. And I'm aware there's a guy there kind of holding my peak here though, so I'm not gonna overcommit and, you know, risk myself getting beamed. It's about not around this time, but we're getting real close to when I notice that my lifeline, sorry, my Watson is actually kind of good. Like I just kind of realized that, like, we're playing stream building and setting up with good fences. And we're just doing kind of solid for ourselves. Like, we have 5 kills down, 3 assists already. Just chasing these kills. Are we even gonna leave streamer building? We'll simply have to see. This guy, however, is still just playing that high ground. He doesn't want to move. So I go back, I heal up, I play the high ground myself. I don't know how to mantle jump, I just keep guessing when they'll figure it out. Double headshot with the PK. And a full team out of nowhere. I'm just trying to slide, try to keep moving, not trying to get caught. I do have the golden armor. I'm trying to abuse the faster heal from the shield cells. Watson doing a good job here, just staying alive, dealing damage so I can clean up. Random guy on the fence here. I'm going right back down into my little house, my little base, my little safe space. Don't want to get caught. Immediately jump down here to try and help Watson out. Should be one more person standing. And I started shooting for the finish here because I don't have a lot of loot, don't have a lot of ammo. And this guy...
What is this audio, man?
No audio. I don't know what's up with this patch, but audio is so bad. You can't hear him at all. You can't see my face, but Cylo, if you show the camera, you can see I'm perplexed.
What is this audio, man?
Let me help you using a Phoenix kit.
What do you mean, bro?
Very confusing stuff, but we managed to get the Phoenix, get the reset. Watson's just chilling. Gotta get my man Bangalore back here. I wanted to pick up the R9 because it is genuinely way better than the car. But I do think that we didn't have light ammo. Now we do have light ammo. I'm setting up some hot swaps. Having a good time. So we do have the light ammo, but I forgot about it. I was talking to Chad. I was still shook from, you know, the no audio moment there. I was trying to get a clip and it just did not work out. So moving on, you know, it's Fragment. There's going to be more people coming in or rotating in and looking for fights because people love fighting Fragment, myself included. Going for a super glide, didn't hit. And there's a random guy here denying my revive, which is not very nice. I don't like that at all. So I'm just taking the angle here. playing the angle, a little bit of micro decisions. Again, there'll be a lot of micro decisions here. Actually, a tiny bit of macro as well. I thought I was safe here. It turns out you don't even see the marker, actually. I thought I just mistimed it, but there's no marker whatsoever. So I'm just holding the hexagonal. I'm pre-aiming this because I know there's a chance they see I get hit. They might drop in and my line of sight and take the damage. They do drop in, but it did drop in later than estimated. Good cover far from Watson, actually. Not what you would expect from a gold Watson.
Get him into the zipline building.
But we managed to get all the way back here. I'm just looking for more ammo, more loot. I'm not happy with what I have, so I want more. And now we're just taking high ground here, and we're kind of trying to force them to take the push. I don't like having to play this passively, but we're kind of forced to because they have a man advantage. And again, I don't have the best loot either. Not feeling super comfortable. I'd rather get Bangalore back up, but you know, what are you gonna do about it?
Recharging my shields.
You get a bit of energy damage, and they put a jump pad down in a little bit. There's smoke and jump pads. I think this might have been a full stack. Good beam, Ottr. Thank you, Ottr. Good finish there. It's like shooting fish in the sky. Getting 2 of them. Now we're just chilling a little bit. Another one comes up. You know, there is another good example why I just believe the peak is better than the car. You can get those damages in the mid-range. I'm trying to assess the situation here. I wanted to drop down, but you know, you drop down into 2 people, you're gonna die. So I go for a quick shot there with the PK, right back up again. You know, I want to deal a little bit of damage, but I don't want to stay in one place where they can turn and shoot me. Do the exact same thing to Bangalore again. Now it's a 1v1, actually against my Watson.
Okay.
I think that's someone else. He gets very angry, and here it begins. He leaves the game. So now the solo to master begins for real. I'm just healing up here, trying to play a very common rotation angle here. I do not know how that was a 9. I'm just whiffing like a noob. But we do get the man down again. Now it's once again a 1v1 situation. I'm just gonna get more shotgun ammo. Trying to get the loot I need.
I'm taking shots.
Trying to play a few angles here. You just get the damage we need. So choosing to finish the Bangalore so I can just reset real quick. Get back up on the little high ground here on the little building. Could go for the revive if I want. You know, the Watson left anyway. She's not coming back, presumably, because she left the second she died. Maybe she forgot this was in pubs and was too ashamed to load back into the lobby. I'm not sure. But actually, I'm feeling confident. And I head back to the building once I realize that this Wraith is just doing the exact same thing I did to their team. And then I'm like, no, you know what? It's Fragment. I've said it before. There's gonna be so many teams coming in here and messing with me the second I go for a revive or whatever. They're gonna be rotating straight through here. So we're gonna make a bit of a macro decision. Something very rare in this series so far. Admittedly, we've only done 2 videos on the series this season. We try to do them every few seasons or so. So if you guys enjoy it, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Only 30% are subscribed. Moving on anyways, we're gonna just run all the way over here. Get up on high ground, just chillax a little bit. Get over here and get the revive off. Because again, we're 1 man down. You have to approach the game a little bit differently. Even though I am more mechanically skilled than most people in this rank, that's not a flex, that's just a fact. You know, you still want to try to be smart. Because there's going to be 3 of them and 2 or 1 of you. And like, you know, I'm not skilled enough to deal 600 damage when 3 people have to deal a collective of 200. I'm sorry, that's not me. Maybe that's some of you guys in the comments. You guys clearly know better than I do sometimes, but I don't want to take those odds. I don't like those odds at all. So I'm gonna get a quick portal here just in case Bangalore takes too much pressure. I go for the house here, and oh wow, there's that R9. I could have had that one earlier, but it is what it is. I was kind of thinking whether I want to pick up the wingman or the R9 here. I opted for the R9. I think it's a better choice. Even though the wingman is good for peek fights or poking, peeking, like the versatility-wise, the DPS is just that much higher on the R9. I believe it's probably one of the best, if not the best gun in the world, or ever in the game this season. Also, because at the time of this recording, I was super comfortable with R9 beams, like way more comfortable than any other gun. Like my click timing, my wingman, whatever, was so off for no reason with my new mouse. So I just chose to go for the R9 because it just felt like I was hitting more shots with it. Anyways, we have no idea where people are currently playing, so we're just taking the zipline up here, we're chilling a little bit. Assessing the situation, we have to get Bangalore looted up. It appears that nobody is probably in Skyhook, a little nifty super glide there. Just getting into Skyhook here to, again, get looted up, get a read of the situation, get away from the hot spot, hot area that is the central part of the map, that is Fragment, that is where we literally fought for like 5... how deep are we? We're 10 minutes in on this recording, 11 actually. We fought for about 10 minutes straight, or 5 to 10, and we're better off just moving on, you know, get out of the spotlight and try resetting a little bit. So, you know, my second teammate actually can have a gun, can actually have some loot and not have to worry about getting ran down. And that's a thing also when it comes to like thinking about macro, especially in ranked, especially in lower ranks, that a lot of teams don't stay. Like, this is where you want to be. This is where zone will pull. I'm pretty sure we're like right where it ends, or like around where it ends. It ends like over there somewhere on the left. But most teams don't think that far ahead. They're like, okay, I looted, I'm gonna go into the center of the zone and fight. Or I looted, I'm going to go into the center of the zone for whatever reason, right? They don't think that far ahead. And I say very often that in a lot of ranks, especially like Platinum, Diamond, or whatever, you know, game sense, decision making, macro knowledge, all of this like high level theoretical thinking, it doesn't exist. And just like having a basic idea of those things, in addition to, you know, better mechanics, will take you so far. You just have to try to outsmart them. We will notice that once we get into more Platinum lobbies. We'll notice it when we get into Diamond lobbies, where I won't be able to just run at the enemy. I have to start trying to outsmart them because they do really weird things or something else. Also, just a quick complaint. I should be able to hit the stick here, but I can't see anything. Look at that. Like, how am I supposed to see anything here? That's crazy. So now I was hoping he would go for the craft. Didn't work. I went for a little bit of a going for the. I was gonna say something smart. I can't think of it. I was trying to get lucky.
So
did not work out.
Won't lose RP, boys. Let's go.
Ooh, there's a Kraber. That's one good thing about the skirmisher passive people don't think about. It actually lets you map out teams. Because I looked at the other care package before and realized that, wait, someone looted this already. That means there's a team on the other care package with the Kraber.
Catalyst. That's not good.
So this is a bit risky to do because there's a full team, but I got a trusty zipline. Ziplines are great for dividing you and the enemy team. I'm trying to play the angles here, expose myself to one at a time. There's one there.
All of these big teams is...
All of a sudden, there's another guy with no audio. Really... I don't know where they're coming from, bro, but I wish I had some of that quiet juice because they've been sipping it. Oh my god. I gotta learn the mantle jump also, that will help me a lot here. So I'm actually trying to just queue back, reset a little bit. Bangalore, I either understand or misunderstood the assignment because she's in there, which is respectable for gold standards. Actually, I think gold's probably more prone to just run straight in, straight ahead, just put the blinders on, but my god, she is in there. She goes in, she plays the door, it's beautiful. There's another example of the PK, just 81. It doesn't have a lot of damage per second or whatever, but like just getting those shots, it will stop them in their tracks.
Maybe it's because I'm too focused on my mouse, but I feel like my movement is so off today.
Alright, so he takes the duel here. I'm just trying to assist him.
What?
Thankfully, the enemy team is pretty split up here. I think if they would, like, they're probably not a stack, right? If they would communicate or try to play together, they could just run us down and kill us. But they end up playing very split, and we can punish that. Very good damage, Ottr. Thank you, Ottr. You're welcome, Ottr. Very well done. Your aim training's paying off, Ottr. Thank you, Ottr. That's great to say. I see the nade here, so I can't actually help him. Waiting for the door to blow up so I can peek. Very good reactive tracking, Ottr. Thank you, Ottr. Oh my god, you're so good. I want to subscribe to your YouTube channel. Sorry, guys. That was actually good. I've been working real hard. I'm really excited to show you guys the video, the progress video when that's done. But I don't know if I'll feature freaking... Like, I don't know if I'll feature moments from me smurfing. Or it's not smurfing, but I don't know if I'll feature moments from lower ranks in this. I'll probably try to keep it to, like, pubs and comp, probably. Trying to hit that super gritty doesn't work, but we're dropping down. You can see, again, the zone. There's a pretty long fight. Thankfully, nobody third-partied. And, again, that's because everyone's at the center of the zone, which you will see very soon. Because we're going to walk in here and notice that, wait a minute, there's nobody here. There's nobody here. There was nobody in Skyhook. Then where are everybody? Well, they're still stuck in Fragment. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Bad macro gets so many people
like a
killed.
Ship driver can't drive a Formula 1 car.
Like, I can't even decide. Do we want to talk about the
drive?
Also, yeah, one thing I'm talking about now in this specific VOD, you can't hear it obviously, but I can hear myself. Also, in this part of the VOD, I was kind of like talking about and mentioning how while gaming gear is obviously a bit of a pay to win, it's more of a pay not to lose, as bad performance is like a detriment to your loss, so naturally it's something you want to avoid. And this wasn't my intention back then, but since then, I've actually partnered up with Apex Gaming PCs, who make some pretty good custom pre-built PCs. And they let me set my own line of PCs. There's Weasel, there's Beaver, and of course there's Ottr that guarantees up to 300 FPS in Apex Legends. So yeah, check out the link in the description, use code Ottr, and you will get up to $250 off your next purchase. Anyways,
About it and be like, okay, so this
getting
happened.
some good damage in here with
Those
the
guys made
Kraber.
a
Now I
mistake,
didn't get the
punish
knock
it.
sadly,
I
but
made a
you know,
mistake.
getting the damage in at the start is
Mistake,
great
you learn from that.
because
I can't hit shit. That's gonna be a VOD right there.
I'm just blaming myself. Yeah, but getting that entry damage is good. Even though I don't get the pick, you know, you add pressure, people have to respect the Kraber.
The lesson is
That's
stick
what's
to
so
what
good
you're
about it.
doing.
Like, yes,
Never
you
go
can
outside
one-shot a
your
person.
background.
Yes, you can body shot them and they can be low. But the psychological, like, nobody wants to peek a Kraber. Obviously, in gold, maybe they do. But if you're like, I feel like if you're a master or pred player, you hear a Kraber go off, you know you have to respect it. Because, yeah, masters or preds are better at hitting Kraber shots than I am. So they'll take your head clean off. There you go. And now his game is done. Like, he wasn't respecting the Kraber. He'll learn his lesson. That was just me missing again. If I would hit every single Kraber shot, we would have killed everyone by now. But it's still enough, because he's not going to go back up. They're a man down. I'm pretty sure there's a man down on this side as well.
Of course, the last team's being alive and playing Loba.
Good shots, not really getting the cleanup, but Loba's just running. And this was, again, a perfect example of macro just paying off perfectly, because now we killed the Loba and they're just running. They're not even shooting back. They're just like struggling and scrapping by, trying to get into the zone. And we didn't do anything good. We were just in the right place at the right time. They weren't in the right place, and they just kind of died. So now we know that there's probably like a duo in the cave here. Again, like, take a look at the zone. I'm sitting in a sniper tower. I have 3 shots in my Kraber. They're on, like, they're in the tunnel. They have to run through a choke. There's no cover other than like this one rock here. And then they have like a minute on the clock. What are they gonna do? Gonna die. There's nothing they can do.
Always, I'm used to like what I'm doing, like to this. I wasn't looking.
So he's holding it. So actually, Bangalore ended up with a Kraber as well. I think she has more ammo for it. I wish we would have shot the Mirages at the same time, because that would look so funny. But again, we have such a massive advantage. And you guys know me. Normally, I would love to just push up and like force the fight here. Especially because I want to apply pressure. But with how good of a position this is, again, they have no cover to play. Walking up there is actually risky. Like, me walking up to this rock or whatever, just this tiny bit of cover, will give them a chance to push me and kill me. Like, it's just a straight up throw. So we have to play the time here. It has to be a little bit boring. Sometimes winning the game has to be a little bit boring. That's just what it is. That's Apex. As long as you don't do it in pubs, I can't hold it against you. Right?
Need to recharge my shields.
Sometimes you gotta be a bit boring in ranked, in comp or whatever, so you can get the win. Very often so in comp, actually.
How do you know?
Very good heady. Super sad that Kraber's on one shot anymore, but I can see why they removed it. Like, I feel like personally, if it would just be consistently, like, I was really hoping to get a heady there because I only have 3 bullets and 1 left. But like, yeah, I wish getting a heady was a guaranteed kill still. Like, either nerf it all the way or don't nerf it at all. What I did now is just not the play, like, whatsoever. Anyways, I know that this guy can be full health. Looking for the Kraber shot. He didn't battery or anything. He was just out of cover too fast. I assume they used too many heals. And now I am doing some weird movement thing, but I am closing the gap here because yes, what I just said, right? But the Mirage is closed, and now they can't crossfire or anything. However, there's still the same pressure that applies. So by moving up and shoving up into the zone, Wraith suddenly gets way less wiggle room. Now if Mirage is here, if Mirage is alive, they can do a lot more. Or they can just hold us on the cross. Again, or they'll hold us on the run-up. But they can't hold us on the run-up because one of them is dead. It's just one guy. So because the Wraith is confined to this rock here, that means that Bangalore is looking at the left angle, and I'm looking at the right angle. However this Wraith maneuvers, she will be shot, really. It's a crossfire. Now I'm whiffing the shots, not too happy about that. We did get the little stabby stab, and we became the Apex champion. Let me just take a look at the stats real quick. So not as huge as the last game that they'll put on the screen now, which was a 19 kill, 4,999 damage, but still respectable, and I hope you guys learned something. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit like, and I will see you all tomorrow.